Well, Ethan, I don't think that we thought we would be sitting here today saying that we called Luka Samanic getting cut, but we kind of did.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you watched yesterday's show, then you definitely would have seen that we said his lack of effort was much noticeable in this game, and we made a few predictions, one of which being he already kind of knew that he was on his way out. And then today you gave me the text while I was in class, dude, Luka Samanic just got cut. And yeah, here we are today, just kind of basking in this weird knowledge of the fact that this guy that we thought was going to have a breakout year is no longer on the team.
Yeah, I mean, we even mentioned in last night's stream that we still felt like, even though it was against these third stringers, we felt like there was improvement.
Yeah.
But I mentioned and I brought up, not to toot my own horn, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to those signing day cuts, those little things and those little bursts of effort, like those could be the difference. And I was like, that's
hmm
usually something that Pop does not tolerate. And I was like, I'd be very surprised, honestly, if he does tolerate it. And then we wake up and see this, but it's still shocking. It's still shocking to think that this kid got picked 11 picks before Keldon Johnson. The Spurs were very high on him. I know this was Tim Duncan was very high on them. I mean, like all of our goats really believed in him, and he was a bust. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. He hasn't been picked up yet, has he? I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. No.
Dude, Jude, this is such a weird storyline. Usually, when we have a guy that's a bust, he just never shows up. Like we get like a draft and stash guy that we just never see. But for he's never had any playing time. We never really got to see what he was made of, other than his G League play. And just like that, he is a goner off the team, replaced by Keita BatesDiop, who was an undrafted player. I'm pretty sure that we picked up in free agency last year, and is now looks like he's going to make the team in that spot that we thought Luka was going to play in all offseason.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Keita Bates-Diop is, I mean, he's just the better version at this point. Like he's
Yeah.
has more NBA experience. He's more consistent on defense. He's got that same switchability. Yes, he's not 6'11", but still 6'8". Is a good size for that 3-4 kind of position. We do lose, the center thing, but we still have guys like Thaddeus Young if we really want to roll with that. And Eubanks, Jock Landale is going to come back from his concussion as well. Um, it's just crazy that KBD took a spot, man. He signed that contract, took a spot, and
Yeah.
all respect to him. I'm not mad at it. I'm glad that that he's impressing the way that he is, and I'm glad that it seems like the Spurs. He seems like he's like Trey Lyles if it worked out.
Yeah, for real. I agree. And it goes to show you that the Spurs will and have always had the same philosophy, which is effort and IQ they will always put that above, upside and just natural ability. Because I think we both think that Luka Samanic, as far as potential, is probably has the potential to be way better than a Keita Bates Diop, probably. But at
Yeah,
this point, it's all he's been is just like, what if he actually decides to put it together, and what if he puts in that effort, and we've just never seen it. So we're going to give it to the guy that's just giving 110% effort out there, and we really don't lose that much because Luca hasn't given us that much, so we haven't lost necessarily.
and I think this is a reminder also just how important the Spurs culture is
hmm
whenever it comes to players and making decisions. Don Harris, 32 years at News 4 in San Antonio. So he's been following Pop and following the Spurs for a long time. You probably know him if you follow him. And his latest tweet is 3 hours ago. It's of the play we were talking about last night. And I can't lie, there was somebody in the show last night. I can't remember their name, but they were like, hey guys, we're probably making a little too much out of just this 3 to 5 minutes on the floor. He's going to be fine. And I even gave him, a little bit of leeway there. I was even saying that, like, yeah, we could be wrong about this. This could be an over exaggeration. It could be just 3 to 5 minutes at the end of the game. But Don Harris, going back to him, even says, I've known Pop for too long, knew this was coming after the give up on this play last night. And it's Cole Anthony stealing the ball and running down and dunking it, and Luka just giving up when he easily could have had a chase down block with his ability. And he said, we talked about it in the sports office as soon as we saw it. One person said, surprised he didn't have to walk home. So these guys that have been covering the Spurs for like a really, really long time, they were thinking this last night as well. And it's just once again showing that even with the transition to the young guys, still, if you don't give energy, you don't give effort on any play, doesn't matter who you think you are, doesn't matter where you got drafted, this is what's going to happen in San Antonio. So I think that's good to see, because I think that that's a standard that has been a pillar of why we've been able to win championships here.
Yeah, and aside from his moments, the rest of the guys on the roster, I don't think that's been an issue at all. Everyone else seems to be giving just 110% every single play, hustling when they can, and it was it was definitely apparent from last night's game that he was not giving the energy that Pop is used to having from his guys, especially from a young guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so one little final note from me. All right. Look, thank you, Masai Ujiri. Everybody spam thank you, Masai Ujiri, in the chat, because if we don't have that 29th pick, we don't have Keldon Johnson right now. And that first round is completely screwed. Like, instead, we have a future all-star, right? And I'm so happy that we got that 29th pick in the Kawhi trade. Like, if
Yeah.
there's anything that came out of that, it's Keldon Johnson. And the way that he has played, I mean, it's like, okay, yes, this Luka thing sucks, but also you drafted a guy in the same round, the same year in the first round, who's an Olympian already. Like,
Mhm.
so an Olympic gold medalist at that. So just thank you, Masai Ujiri.
It would have been really nice if we could have gotten Matisse Thybulle, which is what I was hoping for on draft night back in the days, because he was the 20th pick, being that defensive juggernaut from Australia, and we got a guy that I've never heard of, and I was like, oh, but he's gonna be the next Dirk, and now he's not even on the team. So
yeah. Definitely Keldon Johnson made up for that. And
100%.
so I guess thank you, Kawhi Leonard, in a weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Didn't think I'd say that today. Any final thoughts, Ethan?
No, I'm just really shocked, and I hope he finds a new home, and I hope he can make it work somewhere else. Wish it could have been San Antonio, because all off season long, I thought that this would be his year to come out and prove that he was worthy of that 19th overall pick. And before the season even starts, he is off the team.
Yeah. Tough one.
Yeah.
Tough one. But anyways, if you guys like this content, you like our show last night, you want to go check it out, hit the like button below. Don't forget to subscribe to us. We're SSPN. My name's Jude McLaren. That's Ethan. Keep checking us out, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.